I'm not sure if you guys know this about me, but I really don't like salads. And Trey, my husband, and I really am very surprised that I was able to convert to becoming plant-based, like fully, you know? Like just cold turkey, I went plant-based. I started with a fruit fast, I think for 30 days, and then I just went straight into being plant-based. I have a full blog on converting into a plant-based diet as a meat lover because I used to love meat. Yeah, and I just never really loved vegetables, and I'm still very surprised that I am still on a plant-based diet if you ask me. Sometimes I do crave sort of like tuna, like a tuna salad sandwich, or eggs. I really, really miss eggs. But other than that, I found that eating plant-based is really not that hard. As long as you find some of your favorites and flavors that you like, you're really not lacking a lot. And in fact, you're doing way more for your body. Cook with me today as we whip up some easy, beginner, vegan-friendly recipes anyone can master. Hey everybody! Say hi.
Hi.
Today, Isaiah and I are going to be cooking up dinner and lunch. We have a lot of vegetables here. It's almost springtime. We can't wait to start getting our garden going, but we have a few things that were on sale. So I got like a bunch of asparagus, which we're going to make a pasta primavera. It's going to be filled with lots of vegetables. We can't wait to eat this. I'm actually going to make it a little bit different. We're going to make a creamy primavera. We're going to boil up some cauliflower and some cashews to make a creamy sauce, and then we will put our spring-ish vegetables in there. So Isaiah,
Yes.
We're gonna make it a little bit different. Typically when you make a primavera sauce, you put it into a pan and you kind of just cook all the vegetables in as a sauce. Well, today I figured because we have so much vegetables, we're gonna try to roast the vegetables, make the creamy sauce, make the pasta, and then just put it all together. Huh?
Yeah.
You ready to eat lunch?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So Isaiah, you're gonna start off with the zucchinis, okay? So you're going to just chop off what?
The butt.
The butt, the top on the butt, and then you're gonna just peel it, okay?
Okay.
Someone in the comments mentioned that it would be so cool to watch us cook greens and eat greens in our green kitchen. Well, we have a green kitchen now, and it's beautiful. We are so happy with it. We still have a few more things that we want to do, such as replace the butcher block countertops. Trey is going to work on that, and all of the other countertops as well is going to be brand new. Trey is going to be working on it with the boys, so we are very, very, very excited. Let's start off with chopping some vegetables for our primavera. We are chopping up some zucchinis. I have Isaiah just put it on a baking sheet.
What?
You're supposed to peel them, Isaiah.
Oh yeah! Oh no! I forgot it.
It's okay, and then you're supposed to cut it in half, remember?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, why did you just take my knife? A lot of the times I like to cook dinner and lunch together. Our family is a large family. We have 5 kiddos, and the 7 of us are always home. We homeschool. My husband right now is working from home, and we also run a home business, so we are always at home. I like to cook things from scratch most of the time, really all like maybe 95% of the time. Now, to make it sort of time efficient, I like to cook lunch and dinner at the same time. Sometimes we would meal prep, sometimes we don't. But on most days, I like to start on dinner while we make lunch so that we can save time later on. We can get dinner cooking and ready to go. At the end of the day, you know, I don't want to have to think about what is for dinner. And sometimes we just get busy doing things, or we've got kids' basketball practices and things like that. So to make time management better, I like to just cook dinner at the same time as I cook lunch. As you can see, we have quite a variety of vegetables here. I got these mushrooms just today and it was on clearance, so I need to use this up. And then I've got some red cabbage here, some beautiful purple cabbage is what I like to call it, but it is so purple. And then I have some asparagus, cauliflower, tomatoes, carrots, a bunch of vegetables. So now we're gonna make a creamy sauce with cauliflower and some cashews, and then we're going to be putting that on our roasted vegetables, on our creamy primavera pasta. And that's what we're gonna have for lunch for the kiddos. So let's just get our cream sauce going. Now, as you may know, we are a plant-based channel. We are a plant-based family. I like to use cauliflower and cashews for our cream sauce. So we're going to chop up our cauliflower, put it into our pot to boil with some cashews. And then once it's done, we're just going to blitz it up and add some nutritional yeast, some salt, onion powder, and we're good to go. That creamy sauce is really, really good. So let me chop up this cauliflower. If you or your kids are a fan of creamy Alfredo type sauces, this is the way to go if you're just converting into a plant-based diet. Boil up some cauliflower, like a head of cauliflower and about a cup of cashews. You're gonna add some salt if needed, some water just to cover, and just simmer it for about, I would say, 5-10 minutes, just until your cauliflower is nice and tender. We will then blend this up later. Here's a quick tip when you are dealing with asparagus. There is a natural sort of breaking point. Like, I know a lot of you guys would just cut it right here, but there's a natural breaking point of like the stemmy fibrous part that you don't really want. So I would just usually take it, bend it, and then it just breaks at its natural point. Then we just have these lovely stalks that we can chop up for our dishes. Doing it this way also minimizes the waste from chopping too high up on an asparagus.
Mama, we need to put this on your chopping board.
Why?
It's too much.
Ew.
It's too much.
We are chopping up all of our vegetables while Isaiah is happily snacking on everything, really. And then we're going to just season up our vegetables and get it ready for the oven.
You
Grapeseed oil.
2 teaspoons.
While you're making any more pasta,
My 2 teaspoons. Okay?
Okay.
it's gonna take a lot of burn.
Oh no.
It's okay. I kept the seasonings pretty simple with some salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and that's it. Now you're going to mix it.
What hand?
Yes. Isaiah, I was gonna cook with that, Isaiah. Make sure you get all that salt on there, because you put it somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are you doing? Okay, go. Is it because of the onions? Okay, come wash your hands. We're going to roast these vegetables at 475 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes or so. Next, we are doing something with our mushrooms. So I'm going to cut some mushrooms up, cut some cabbage, some broccoli. We have some onions going in, and then I have some leftover fresh cooked chickpeas that I'm also going to put in here as well. Make sure that our mushrooms are nice and chunky. Otherwise, it kind of just disappears. So I want it sort of like this. We had quite a bit of mushrooms, so of course I had Isaiah help me chop them. Ooh, that's hot. Our cauliflower and cashews are done. I'm gonna leave, actually, it looks like the water is a little bit too much, so I'm gonna drain it a little bit. We can always add in water. And then we are going to blend it up to make a creamy, delicious sauce for our pasta. At this point, I'm going to start lowering our pasta. I gotta get that right. We have a mixture of some pasta, just because. I have a trottoli, and then I also have something I found at Trader Joe's, which is this, like, it's called, I don't know what it's called. It's called radiator, but it looks nice and twirly, and it looks very, very cute. Check that out.
Check that out.
They look so cute.
No, they don't, Mama.
Traditionally, I don't really know what kind of pasta you're supposed to use with primavera, but we're going to just use this one because we have it on hand. I'm going to set a timer for 7 minutes. We want it al dente, nice and springy. Please don't forget to salt your pasta water very liberally, and then we're going to give it a stir so that all the pasta is boiling nicely. Our cauliflower and cashews are done. We're going to make a creamy sauce very soon. And let's check up on the vegetables. You can kind of see that these vegetables are almost there. I'm going to put it in a 7 425 on convection just to get it even more toasty. We're almost there. We'll do it for about like 5 minutes or so. Alrighty, let's make the creamy cauliflower and cashew sauce. We're gonna just hand blend this. So in this pot right here, I just have my cauliflower and cashews. I added a bit of salt, and then we are doing some nutritional yeast. We buy this in bulk on Amazon. This is what we use. I'll have all the links of all the ingredients that we can find on Amazon if you're interested, just to make life easier for you if you're looking to make this yourself.
This is such an easy recipe. You can add any flavors or seasonings you want and just blend it up until smooth.
You can see how creamy this sauce is. It's going to thin out as we mix it with the pasta. We're going to add a little bit of pasta water. I haven't added salt. I haven't added oil. You don't have to add oil if you don't want to. Just add some water. And this is going to be delicious and creamy. So I have our pasta ready, our sauce, and then our vegetables. I'm just going to put everything together in a big bowl. THROUGH.
I changed my mind and I was going to use this big baking pan. I believe it's a 9 by 13, something like that. I dumped all of the pasta in there. We're going to put all of our vegetables in here as well.
I completely forgot. I wanted to add some peas. Go get me some peas. It's in the freezer. Quickly. Peas. The peas. Peas. I'm sure this is going to warm through perfectly fine. I'm going to add that.
And then very quickly, we're just going to slowly mix in the very creamy cauliflower and cashew sauce.
When you're feeding a large family, it seems like the bigger pans are still, just not big enough most of the time. I'm gonna do my best and mix all of this through.
I'm adding a little bit of olive oil. You do not have to. It's nice and creamy just as is.
And there you have it. Our pasta is done. It is time to serve up lunch. And I'm pretty sure we'll have a little bit left over, but we'll see. Sometimes the kids are super duper hungry. Sometimes they're not. Maybe today they'll be hungry. It's always nice to have leftovers anyway, huh?
I am just topping it off with a little bit more cheesiness and umami with that nutritional yeast, and it's time to serve up.
Voila, there you have it. It looks delicious. It looks beautiful, nice and creamy, filled with all these spring vegetables. Awesome.
This pasta was so easy and so healthy and so quick to make. I'm sure this is going to be your new family favorite.
And I found these mushrooms in there.
Nice.
No.
It's bomb.
Bomb.com.
The asparagus is still nice and crunchy. It's not overdone. This is so good. I really do not like really mushy type of asparagus, so this is perfect for me. Yes, the zucchini is all nice in there. Roasted tomatoes. It's so good. I hope you give this one a try whenever you can, because your kids are gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Seriously. Is it okay? Is it nasty? It's good? Chicken.
Yeah, chicken.
Just heading out for a little bit of walk and just to bask in the sunshine. It is almost spring, you guys. Spring is almost here. We are about to start our spring garden very soon. We can't wait to share with you what we grow this year. Let us know if you're interested in growing your own garden this year. It's a little bit windy, I'm so sorry. Looking at some of our almond trees, you can see that they are nice and bloomed. It is so beautiful. We have another one here as well. This is going to be our first almond tree. Let's hope that it goes well, it grows well. We'll see how they yield. We've never had an almond or a nut tree before. Okie dokie, I am back from being outside for a little bit. Now we are making our quinoa for dinner, and then I'm also going to make the mushrooms and chickpeas sort of stir fry, and that is going to be what we're cooking right now. In my cast iron skillet, I just have some grapeseed oil here heating up, and I'm just going to go grab my mushrooms. Now we really want a hot pan because then you can kind of sear the mushrooms. We don't want it to be like boiled mushrooms. So let's add some mushrooms. Get that going. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna add everything. Let's see if I can fit it all. It's gonna slowly cook down as well, so. In this other pot, I have some onions, some bell peppers chopped up, and then I am going to rinse my quinoa and then add it in here. Well, actually, I have some carrots and celery as well. This is really, really simple. We like to keep things simple here. And oh, and I have tomatoes as well. Sorry. My mushrooms are cooking down slowly. It's excreted a lot of that liquid, so I'm gonna keep cooking it until all that liquid is gone. I have a little bit more to add, so I may just add it all in here as well.
We've also got some grapeseed oil in, some salt, and lots of seasonings into the quinoa.
I recently did an experiment. I pressed the tofu like normal, and then I froze it, and apparently if you freeze it and you defrost it, it comes out with more of a meatier texture. Well, I did that, and maybe I did it wrong. It kind of is a little bit more meaty, but not really. It's kind of the same. I don't know. Do you guys have any tips and tricks on freezing and defrosting tofu? How does that make it meaty? Let me know. But I'm going to put some of this tofu into my mushroom and broccoli stir fry. And then we're going to season it up with some Asian-y flavors. I got some sesame oil going in and then some coconut aminos. This is sort of going to be a meal prep for me for just to have some lean meals on hand. That way if I'm hungry or I don't want to cook for myself, I'll just eat this.
Our quinoa is drained and rinsed. We're going to add that along with some umami coconut aminos in both dishes. We are going to also add some sesame oil to our tofu and add some water just to cover the quinoa. We do like to soak our quinoa overnight just to promote digestibility of the grain. So that's what we like to do for grains, quinoas, beans, chickpeas, all of that.
I hope you can see this, but this pot of quinoa, I added a little bit too much water, but I'm trying to cook out the water as much as possible. And then once it is lower down in the water levels, I'm just gonna cover it, turn the heat off, and then let it steam for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes until it is nice and ready. I just put all of our mushroom mix and broccoli and tofu sort of stir fry into our Tupperware. This is nice and ready for me to eat whenever I am hungry or that I'm just looking for something to eat for lunch or dinner. Now the quinoa is in the background, almost ready. I have just put the top on it and then it's gonna be cooking or steaming for about 20-30 minutes or so, and then it is ready for dinner tonight. So we've got lunch completed, we've got dinner done, we have some meal prep. We still have quite a decent amount of mushrooms that I need to cook, but we already have them chopped up, so it's gonna be really easy the next time that we wanna cook. I'm thinking of making like an orzo, a creamy orzo with the mushrooms. I'm excited because one of you commented that having a creamy sort of orzo is a really great idea. Maybe add some peas to it. That sounds lovely. I didn't use the cabbage, but that's okay. We'll use it for the next meal. And we have some pasta left over. Just a little bit of pasta left over for lunch. If anyone is hungry, they can just pick at it. Now, once it's dinner time, I will show you what our quinoa is gonna look like. Well, guys, it is dinner time. Guess what? Dinner is done. I don't have to worry about cooking right now. It is almost 6 o'clock, almost dinner time, and dinner is done. So that's why I like cooking dinner while making lunch, because it just cuts out all of the time in between and thinking about it. And like now I have to go chop some more vegetables and go make another dish, right? So I just did it all at lunchtime and it was all taken care of during the middle of the day. For dinner, this quinoa is nice and fluffy and it's really tastes delicious. I'm going to have this on top of a salad in my bowl. Oops, I had some water in my bowl. I typically like to warm it up just for dinner for everybody. I was adding some water, so I'm sorry, I spilled a little water. For my dinner, I am going to add some salad greens into my bowl. I feel like I need a bigger bowl. I'm going a little extreme, but I have this big platter, I may as well. Then I'm gonna add my salad greens. Then let me get some quinoa on here. Check that out. I'm gonna have some of my mushrooms and chickpeas and tofu. Just a bit there. drizzle of lime juice, just freshly squeezed limes. Right, now it's time to just mix up the salad, and it's ready to go. Uh-oh. That is it. This is my salad for dinner tonight. The kids will probably have some, and Trey is gonna have some right when he gets back from fixing some plumbing on the outside. This is gonna be delicious. That quinoa in this salad is so good. We put some bell peppers in there as well. That red bell pepper I just got right now in my bite is so good in the salad. I am going to serve everybody else. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with us. If you like this type of content, feel free to like and share with all of your friends and family. Join us to eat nice and healthy. We encourage you to eat the best that you can, and we will see you on the next video. Bye everybody. I think some sriracha would be delicious in here too.